Hello and welcome to Omens and Graves and Haunts. I'm Bill Bernard. Wait, no, I'm not. My name is Fred Stewart, and welcome to Haunts, Graves, and Omens. That was way harder in my head.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, hello, welcome. I'm Fred Stewart. Welcome to Haunts, Graves, and Omens. With me, as always, is my lovely co-hosts.
It's me. It's Taylor.
What's up, dude? Up top. Nice.
I got scared.
And what... I'm trying to make so just before recording our lovely Chester here, who is our doll, who is inhabited by a spirit. I keep a K2, which you can see right here, and is always running throughout the episode. And just before recording, it started to go off, so it's stopped now, which I think is very weird. But anyway, running cameras and sound is Bill Bernard.
Hello, that is me. I'm Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill. I don't know why that makes me laugh every time.
Oh, he's going now. I just saw him chirping there.
He's maybe, is it me? No, it's not me. When your phone gets next to it, it does that. But my phone's away from it. Everything's away from it. Weird. I don't know. That's very strange. I do have some news stories to start off the episode this week. And before the episode, we were talking about world records, and Taylor's going to bring up some that I think is very fun, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I can bring those up.
At least the first one
okay.
we talked about. But a world record of my own that I found. A man was arrested Friday after Tucson, California police found nearly 90 canisters of nitrous oxide inside his Maserati. The Tucson Police Department shared a photo on the inside of the vehicle on its Instagram, which shows the cans scattered across the driver and passenger seats. Police said the canisters were used as an intoxicating inhalant. The cans are referred to as whippets or whip-its, and is usually popular among teenagers or young adults. And literally, this entire Maserati is filled full of cans of nitrous oxide. Dude was partying hardcore.
That's so weird.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's insane. And then, yeah, I just think that's just the funniest thing in the entire world. Taylor, do you want to tell your news story?
Yeah, so mine's a little, I mean, I have two news stories, but this one is a parrot earning the Guinness World Record for identifying colors. This comes from UPI, and it says a precocious parrot from China earned a Guinness World Record for the fastest time to identify 10 colors. He picked up colored straw balls and then placed them into bins of corresponding colors in 33.5 seconds, earning the title for the fastest time to identify 10 colors by a parrot. The parrot did make one mistake where he placed the dark pink ball into the light pink container, but he corrected it. He corrected it in time to capture the record.
Colorblind.
Oh, you corrected it.
Yeah, he
Sounds like cheating.
came back and just was like, "Oh shit, that one goes over there." Yeah, so that was a world record that was made yesterday, actually.
Well, is that bird going in and changing the color? Is that going to be like a doping scandal in the bird color world?
Oh my god!
Like, are we even going to allow? Are we just going to like disregard that this even happened now? I don't know. I want justice, dude. I want justice for that other bird.
I want justice for the birds. Some say justice is for the birds, but you want it for that bird.
Yeah, I want it for that bird. Bird.
Okay.
I do have another news story that is a bit older and I had saved and I wanted to tell previously, but I just think it's very insane. So, Pennsylvania man wanted in a lawnmower explosion faces attempted homicide charges.
Oh.
So, a Pennsylvania man is wanted on attempted homicide charges in connection with a lawnmower explosion, state police say. State police said in a post on X, troopers are searching for 54-year-old James Sever, who is accused of placing an explosive on a zero-turn mower that blew up along the 7,000 block of State Route 22 in Salem Township just before 4:30 p.m. on July 25th. The explosion was on a rental property owned by the victim where Sever was living until it would serve an eviction notice. And he had threatened the victim that he would end up getting hurt over this. Troopers said that he's known to frequent the woods. So basically, he put an IED inside of a lawnmower and touched it off.
That's pretty wild.
Trying to kill that guy, and then he fled into the woods. So No update if they found him yet or not. So
Interesting.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, I would say like the thing that definitely stands out to me is the fact that if you were to do something like that and then like you just blew up a building or something, you would probably be put in like the deepest hole in the deepest place and nobody would even know
Like
where you are.
Supermax Florence, where fucking the Zarnaya brother lives, and then there's another guy that lives there. It was Ted Kaczynski. Yeah, I was actually writing a Ted Kaczynski episode, which I'll finish eventually. But turns out the Diary of a Madman is very hard to decipher.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Who knew? You got another story?
I do. And this one's this involves some trespassing. So it's pretty
Worst crime.
It's pretty serious. Police in Texas said a large snake was caught trespassing at an Austin car wash.
Oh,
shit.
okay. Okay.
He doesn't even drive a car.
He wanted to use the car wash.
He's trying to slither out of his skin into something new.
He was released back into the wild with, quote, a stern talking to, but no tickets issued.
Okay.
Austin Police Association on social media said that police officers encountered a slippery suspect at an express car wash in the city. Police wrote the snake was attempting to make a hysterical getaway.
Tired of these goddamn comedy news writers, dude. You know how many news stories we've covered when they do this shit? It's starting to piss me off.
Comments under the post said the serpent appeared to be a non-venomous western rat snake, which is a common species in Texas. If y'all didn't know, I did know that.
Yeah, rat snakes.
They're very common in Texas. Quote, our officers quickly detained the slithery fellow and gave him a stern talking to and decided to cut him a break. No tickets issued, just a safe release back into the wild. Sometimes even snakes deserve a second chance. That's it.
Great. And speaking of snakes, I have an episode this week that is a little bit out of my usual range. Back when we started the podcast, it was something that I talked about pretty regularly, I feel like. But over the past couple of years, me and Taylor have found our own kind of niches. I'm the true crime and ghost guy. She is the cryptids and aliens person. You know, it's kind of just our dynamic. But this week, I'm fucking taking cryptids. I'm doing it. It's happening.
Oh.
And way back in the day, on episode 83, we did a part 1 of this. Now, Bill, last week, we say as because the episode just came out today because I've been traveling, which it was great. Go check the Instagram; it's very cool. But I said we should do a cryptid almost study guide for you, right?
Sure.
Cover a bunch of cryptids. And when I was writing this episode, I initially was like, this would be really fun to do. Maybe we can do let's see what else I can throw in there. And throughout my research, I found that it only got funnier. And so I was like, we're changing this up. So instead of doing a lesson in cryptid zoology, we are going through a mess of hilarious and insane cryptids that could not be ignored. Okay. This is the part 2 of lesser cryptids.
Okay.
So lesser known cryptids rather.
Okay.
This is some of the most insane fucking cryptids. Do you know what Mothman is, Bill?
Yes.
Familiar with Mothman, right?
Yes.
If you didn't know Mothman, I think we'd have to find a new person to run cameras.
We're gonna have to send you to the woods. You have to milk Mothman yourself.
I feel like I'm really gonna lose whatever respect you have for me, though, because I have to say, my knowledge of Mothman is from Fallout 76.
Hey, that's fine.
Okay, because they go through the whole entire bit of West Virginia and all of that, and I'm like, how much of this is real? How much of this is just Bethesda? There's going to be bugs, and yeah. I'm not talking about moths. Hey, yeah. I want to say this though, because I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. Last night when I did stand up, I had made a joke where I had referred to myself as a skunk ape because of the fact, and I know that's wild,
that is,
but I referred to myself as a skunk ape because of the fact that I had said that while I was in basic training, I had gone like a whole week without showering, and I smelled like ass, and skunk apes smell like sulfur.
Yeah.
And so that was the whole entire thing that I was alluding to, and the fact that there probably is a racial connotation in there, but I'll let you color in.
I won't. But I mean, that is a cool. That's a fun cult, like a joke of evolving a cryptid. That's kind of cool. That's fun. I like that. Did you do the bit where we're talking about where it's like, I love to make you laugh?
I love to make you laugh.
I thought about that for the last like few weeks. How fucking funny that is. Like, love to make you laugh. But no, so Mothman, as we know in love, and it's very dear to our hearts. But well, so as we begin this fantastic and wild tale, we must obviously bring up Mothman.
Sure.
And, he's a large they, because we don't know the Mothman's gender, which is true, because there can actually be a bunch of like different types of Mothman or Mothwomen. But you know that the large Mothman-like entity in scene of the Ohio River Valley in the 1966, right, had glowing red eyes. It swooped down on top of a car. The police didn't really do anything other than just go like, damn, that's fucking scary. They did nothing. Nobody did anything.
Damn, that's crazy.
And it supposedly is an omen of death as the Ohio bridge collapsed, right? Do you know that part of the story?
No, I did not know that
So
part of the
Mothman
story.
was seen all around flying around this bridge for like a few days, right? A few weeks. And then he had these glowing red eyes. And then eventually he just, the bridge collapsed on like Christmas Day or something like that, or like Christmas Eve.
It wasn't my story. I didn't write it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I know.
I have really bad.
That was 158 episodes ago. So
I have really bad memories. So
Yeah.
you could honestly be like, we're talking about Mothman. I'd be like, cool, new story.
New story.
So
Because I got the memory of a goddamn goldfish. So
I join you in that. I have not much memory.
I mean, I can remember things that are not important. You can ask me anything about dogs. I got you. Don't worry. Ask me about what I did last week. Fuck if I remember. It's not.
yeah, you want to see a fun trick? What's the dog that's like a Yorkie, but it's not like a Yorkie?
It's a silky terrier.
There it is.
How many times has that been asked, or was that just a spur of the moment? Like, I know she's got it.
He could do this literally all day.
So there's this one dog, and I can't remember the name. They're kind of lanky, and they're tall. They often have like really long hair, really long noses.
Borzoi?
Yeah, see.
Okay.
You want to try it again, or
that, ladies and gentlemen, is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
As good as it gets.
This is peak comedy, right?
try it again, see what happens. I'm gonna get it.
So most know Mothman for the fact of its glowing red eyes, which in fact, Bill, you probably don't know this, but they allegedly give the victims pink eye.
Interesting.
Which is very weird. When we did our Mothman episode, we've talked about it since then, is like how Mothman may or may not be some sort of extraterrestrial being.
Sure.
Right? And then the luminescent side of their eyes for some reason causes pink eye due to some sort of manipulation due to their biological nature or whatever.
I mean, if it wasn't for that, I would say it's probably because I wouldn't want to get whatever's on a moth in my eye, because I'm pretty certain that's not good.
You're not doing moth eyes, dude?
You're not doing moth eyes? Oh my god.
Week. Also, I'm drinking just whiskey and ginger beer, so if this episode starts to deteriorate, you know why. But anyway, Mothman is known for its glowing red eyes, but some speculate that Mothman is nothing more than a bird, a very big bird. And I see Taylor's reaction to this, and I'd say, Tay, it's not what you think. So it's not like a pelican or whatever they previously just suggested. See, cryptozoologist and author Mark Hall, who wrote the book Thunderbirds, America's Living Legends of Giant Birds, which is very fun to last week's episode, suggests that the area around the Ohio River Valley is actually quite well known for large creatures of the avian variety, such as a creature known as the Big Hoot.
the big hoot. Hey there. It's the big hoot.
Oh, it's the big hoot.
Is that what the people in the Midwest call like a gathering? You're from the Midwest, you know.
Yes. I can't say it's that. That's probably more like Milwaukee type stuff. But like in Kansas, like a lot of the time, you would gather in like a Walmart. Or like Walmart. Oh, hanging out at Walmart is great. Like you just like hanging out in a small town. Like that's a fun thing to do. If not that, you can always just watch out for a tornado. But I mean, those are not really that terrifying. I mean,
yeah, big deal.
Well, when you have tornado warnings like every day for months and then it doesn't happen, I think that gets pretty boring.
Yes. Yeah. You get over it.
Don't get me started about how Taylor is with dogs. That's how I'm with tornadoes.
Okay.
I fucking love tornadoes.
Oh, sure.
I love extreme weather, and tornadoes are my fucking special interest. But anyway, the big hoot, right? It is not a Midwest gathering, but it might be.
It could be.
For those of you...
They will gather for the big hoot. Will.
They will.
He's got it.
For those of you who don't have an imagination, the big hoot is described as a massive tree-sized owl that somehow has gone undiscovered. Hall reported a pair of sightings by a single woman a year apart in 1982 and 1983, which is about 20 plus years after the initial sightings of Mothman at the Rocky Fork Lake Park in Highland County in southwest Ohio. In the first sighting, she said that she saw what she thought was a tree start to move until she realized, once it flexed its small airplane-sized wings, that it was actually a giant owl camouflaged as a dead tree.
Whoa.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's a big fucking owl.
Yes, that's a big fucking owl.
On the second instance, she noticed that it had huge yellow legs with 3 toes in each foot, which seems highly unimportant to the actual account of the story. That's pretty much it.
And anything to get you to remember that you're not looking at a tree, but looking at an owl. That's how you can signify the difference, because it's like, there's some big owl trees out there, and then there's some big owls,
yeah,
and you'll see how it shakes.
I love how he has to mention that she's a single woman that saw this, right?
Yes,
because the first time she was like, I don't know what's it, can you do an Ohio accent for me? Do you have one primed up?
Oh my god, Toledo. Dayton, Akron. I'm just gonna name cities. I don't know what else to do.
I almost spit my drink everywhere.
That means I'm doing it good. But I'll play along. I'll just be like a generic old guy who's like, "Oh, blasted, what's going on?"
Well, I was trying to get the idea of this woman's voice, because it's her just been like, I saw there was a big tree that I thought it was a tree, but it turned out to be a big old owl. And this Cryptids as well, just like, interesting. I'll have to take account of this. And the fact that she's a single woman, do you think that she just called them back because she was maybe just lonely and like, I saw its legs.
I saw its legs. Would you like to see mine?
Like cool. It's like, yeah, I've been a cryptozoologist for a long time, and your legs remind me of the infamous Bigfoot. How I love Bigfoot.
Never mind the fact that I have a foot fetish. Yes, let's take a look at those legs. I want to make sure that the owl didn't get you. I want to see your feathers too.
You make my Homo sapien erectus.
I totally lost track of what I was gonna say.
Oh, ding dong ding, we've done it.
Yeah, let's peak comedy, baby. Comedy. You got it primed up, remember?
Nope. Reminder, memory of goldfish.
Yeah.
You interrupt me, I ain't remembering. It's gone forever. It's in the ether.
Hey, just bring up Pavlov and the dogs, and maybe it'll come right back. So what's the name of the dog that is cute, but it has like a whole bunch of like health issues? They're like small, and it's like named after a city in Massachusetts.
What?
What? I thought that was great. Like a Boston Terrier.
Oh, what the fuck?
Wow, that was
you know what?
that was a stretch.
Maybe that's my fault. I don't think Bostons are that cute. In my personal opinion, they are not for me. I don't think they're cute. So when you said cute, I was like, now if you had described them a little better, oh, they're black and white. They got a short face. They snort a lot. I would have been like, on it.
What's the type
That could be a description of me too.
My thing.
I literally went to the doctor over sleep apnea today.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
See, you fucking me up because I don't know geography.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You gotta do something.
You gotta
do something like this. You just go like, what's the type of dog that is? It's like a Labrador, but it's not a Labrador, and they use it for hunting.
Are you thinking the Chesapeake Bay Retriever?
There it is.
Or what about the Curly Cat Retriever?
See?
What the fuck? Like,
Or if
this
they
is
have
so
long hair, it
crazy
could
to
be a
me.
Flat Coat Retriever.
This is so crazy to me. So for all of this, for all of the detracting that I have done, do you at least remember what the original point is, or is that shit just gone forever?
It's gone forever.
Fucking gone.
fucking
Okay.
gone.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
All right.
So the second cryptid I have.
It's me, apparently.
Yeah. So the Big Hoot is very fun. It's a very fun story. Whether or not there's a large owl that exists somewhere in the Ohio River Valley, I don't know. But the second story is that of a fact and fiction.
Ooh, fact
Yes,
and fiction.
and in
All right.
life and in death.
Ooh.
This is the story of a bovine that haunted New Jersey for years. This is the legend of the Gigstown cow, aka the ghost cow.
Mm.
Oh, but you wanted to give me shit when I talked about the ghost orangutan?
Yeah, but this is real.
Ooby doo, I want to be like you.
Tell me the ghost orangutan of LaRue, whatever the
The
fuck.
croissant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it real?
It's not real.
It could be. Have you been?
No, I've never been choked to death by a orangutan that was killed in a circus.
Oh my god, so he's got like a backstory like that?
There's a
That's
whole
crazy.
backstory. I think you need to go listen to that episode.
Oh my goodness.
It's a while back, but
Okay.
the ghost orangutan.
For listeners of the show who are new, go back and listen to the ghost orangutan luck croissant, because it's one of the most fucking absurd stories to ever exist. Anyway, the Gigstown cow, or ghost cow, as it was commonly referred to, basically what I enjoy most about the story is in 1972, this cow was reported to have inhabited the Milestone floodplain, or the Gigstown Lock number 9 of the Delaware and Raritan Canal for 30 years. The legend of the ghost cow wandered local areas of the canal circulated, right? So the cow was like mainly seen only on like dark and foggy nights, or sometimes in like poor visibility.
Okay.
Tales were being told by hunters or hikers of a cow roaming the paths they use, but tracks were never found. Some people even attempted to take photos, but were inconclusive, right?
Yeah.
And it ended up being on a very fateful day where a worker at one of these like canal locks went down and found a cow that matched the description of the Gigstown cow stuck inside of a ditch. Alive.
Oh.
And they were able to take photos of the Gigstown cow, and it was exactly as witnesses described. This thing had lived for 30 years without ever being captured. And they were able to pull it out from the ditch, and a veterinarian determined that it was not... its health was not good, so they euthanized it. So they euthanized the cryptid.
Wow. I can't even tell you.
30-year-old cow?
Like that thing that we're talking about the Guinness World Records. That could have been a Guinness World Record for a cow.
It's actually not.
All right. Well, we shut that down. I'm not going to take a guess where a cow might have lived longer than 30 years, but I would say it's probably a subcontinent of Asia.
It's
Probably.
actually so it's a cow called Big Bertha. She lived to be almost 49 years old.
49 years old.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to you, Big Bertha. Except it's for you. But yeah, the
I'm pretty sure
Gigstown
she's
cow, it turned out
Not alive anymore.
it turned out to be a real thing. This town was haunted by a fucking ghost cow for years. People grew up talking about the Gigstown ghost cow for years, and then eventually they found it and they fucking killed it.
God,
Which I think-
anything ever coincide with the cow, like, having appeared?
No, it was just the whole thing of like they would see it on like foggy nights or
Yeah.
like on paths, and then they would go look and there was no tracks, and they were like, it must be a ghost cow. And then
No,
it
it's a
turns
real
out,
cow.
no, it was just a
It was just a fucking cow.
Just a fucking cow.
Man,
Regular
It's
cow.
always
Huh?
been a cow.
Most cows actually only live about 20 years if you let them be like a pasture ornament.
Well, pasture ornament.
Yeah.
yes.
Like a not. They call it like horses are pasture ornaments if they're not being ridden, if they're not used for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing as like fucking livestock. I mean, if they're just hanging out and they're not for milk, they're not for food, they're just hanging out. Pasture ornament.
I've been known to milk a couple horses.
Huh?
What?
What?
Continuing on our list.
I don't know that I want to. I think I want to circle back.
Is that how you got the nickname Sea Biscuit?
well,
Or was it Seaman Biscuit?
well, I can share, but
Did you sign an NDA? What the fuck?
well, so we're actually going to travel. Continuing on our list through cryptids. We're actually going to travel to Washington State where, sorry, man, I can't. Oh my God. We're going to travel to Washington State, not too far away from another man who loved horses named Mr. Hands, once lived. We're going to travel to Bremerton, Washington. Does no one get that reference?
No, I did.
Someone might get that
No, I
reference.
fucking did.
Okay.
I didn't say anything, but there was a look on my face.
He loved horses. We're going to travel to a place that I was actually at recently, Bremerton, Washington, in the year of 1948.
Ooh.
A woman by the name of Virginia Staples, who I assume must have just been made out of Staples, was living in an apartment on Denny Street. The apartment was reported to have a large basement with holes in the walls that were rumored to lead to a water source in the sewers, which I think you probably should have just patched that up.
Yeah.
But what do I know? So anyway, it was during her time in the aforementioned basement where Virginia was doing laundry and she decided to hang some clothes, but something was off. She felt as if she was being watched. As she turned, she screamed in horror as one of the holes in the basement stood a giant shrimp.
Ooh.
It was described as being as tall as her, around 5 feet tall, and bright orange with, quote, little spidery thin legs and antennae. Oh. Having seen the odd creature, Virginia promptly left the property and moved with her sister to Seattle. Being so dumbfounded by the experience, she visited an aquarium for answers. Quote, the only thing I could find that looked anything like that was this tiny little shrimp, she said in an interview. And that was the only one-off encounter of this giant shrimp simply known simply known as Shrimpy, or the shrimp in the laundry room, as people call it.
Shrimp in the laundry room. Well, I
Shrimp in the basement.
Shrimp in the basement. I'd be remiss if I did not ask, was this shrimp exposed to radioactive cesium and sold at Walmart?
You know,
I think so.
maybe.
I think any shrimp sold at Walmart probably has been radioactive. Like,
Yes.
It's Walmart, let's be honest.
I know for a fact there is a naval base within Bremerton, Washington, because, like I said, I was there recently.
Yeah.
And that is actually where they keep nuclear submarines.
Interesting.
Don't know when the first nuclear submarine was invented, though.
I
That they told us about.
That they told us about.
Yeah.
No, let's find out. When was the first? Yeah, guys, don't everybody stop talking.
Oh.
It's the doorbell.
Oh, it's the doorbell. I was like, oh, and we've got a guest coming on camera.
It was in 1950. It was in 1957. So
Okay, yeah.
1954, but
That makes sense.
So I mean, couldn't possibly be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe who knows what was going on out there? I think they were also like making stuff for like uranium and shit out there.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So maybe
Probably.
I mean,
maybe it just grew.
yeah, no, that would not surprise me. I mean, that would mean though that if there was anything that was causing like giantism in that there probably was a severe leak of radioactive material.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's a very strange story of Shrimpy,
Sure.
It is.
and I bet he was delicious.
Oh yeah.
I love shrimp. Anyway, for our next creature,
Are you gonna pull the ghost cow and just fucking kill it?
dude, I would love to eat a cryptid. It'd be so good.
Well, I think too, if you kill a cryptid and you consume them, then you gain their powers.
That's what I've heard.
Give the power of a shrimp.
Yes, the power of a shrimp. I feel like that's like a regression. Like I have definitely eaten bad shrimp because now I am far weaker than I was before.
So, for our next creature, it is actually something that we hold near and dear to our heart, but we've never actually formally discussed. This is the legend of the squonk.
The
The
squonk.
Yes.
You know what? Actually, I think he was on my list to eventually talk about, which I guess not anymore.
Hey,
But it's the problem is with cryptids, you have to compile like a bunch of them because
we can do a deep dive in the squonk. I'm fine with that.
there's not even like a ton out there on the squonk.
There's not a ton out there in the squonk, so I guess I'm gonna cover it.
Yeah.
So, in the vast dark forests of Pennsylvania, there exists the squonk.
I think there's
squonk.
something about Pennsylvania though, because all the fucking cryptids are in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I don't know,
Why
dude.
are there more fucking cryptids in Oregon? Huh? What the fuck is up with that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of cryptids out here. Well, Oregon is also known for its amount of ghost towns too. So I think we get a lot of ghosts. They
Yeah,
get a
more
lot of
cryptids.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Put more cryptids out here. I don't know.
I'm trying.
My only thought, but before you jump in there is there anywhere in Oregon that like there is like 0 people who have been there? Like, is there like any like really wild, untamed areas that are just like not traversed at
There's
all?
ghost towns, like old ghost towns.
Yeah.
Well, but people have been there.
Yeah.
I there's got to be, right?
Yeah, I would think it'd probably be somewhere like nearby the Nevada-Oregon border. Like it's got to be there because like I don't know of anything that's over there.
The Norgan border, if you will.
Yes.
I don't think you're allowed to say that. Bill? Looking for you on this. Now, can I build the horror atmosphere that is the squonk or not?
Yes, the squawk. Do tell. Do tell.
I started getting into this like really like dark atmosphere, and Taylor's like, "I want them. Why is there no cryptids in Oregon?"
There's not as many. We don't have that many. Okay, it makes me mad.
God damn it! So, in the vast dark forests of Pennsylvania, there exists the squonk.
The squawk.
A creature of sorrow and solitude, the squonk is a reclusive creature, preferring to venture out only during the twilight hours. Its appearance is a source of constant misery, its skin loose and ill-fitting. It is covered in warts and moles. Just sounds like an old lady at bingo. This unfortunate visage fills the squonk with such despair that it spends its life weeping. Squonks are slowest on moonlit nights as they try to avoid seeing their ugly appearance in any illuminated bodies of water. Those familiar with the creature describe it as the most melancholy being in existence.
So sad.
Skilled hunters can trace a squonk by following the trail of its tear stains, for its cries inconsistently.
How much is this thing crying?
A lot.
Like,
Constantly.
A lot,
A
all
lot.
the time.
Constantly.
It doesn't stop.
It
It's me in a cryptid form.
Yeah.
Like I'm not joking. I'm actively crying right now. Like,
you don't see it. That's because I'm masking it, but I'm crying right now.
I'm always crying.
When cornered with no hope of escape, or when it's startled, the God damn it, the squonk can, the whiskey's hitting, the squonk can dissolve itself completely in a pool of tears.
Oh, wow.
I wish I could.
That's
dissolve myself
efficient.
in a
Yeah,
pool of
the
tears.
best time to hunt for a squonk is on a cold, moonlit night. The freezing temperatures causes tears to flow more freely, and the creature, reluctant to move in such conditions, can often be heard sobbing under the shelter of dark hemlock trees. One man by the name of, J.P. Wentling, originally from Pennsylvania, now residing in St. Anthony Park, Minnesota, had a particularly memorable encounter with the squonk near the town of Mount Alto. Wentling, intrigued by the stories of the sorrowful beast, set out on a frosty night with a plan. Mimicking, sorry, this part fucking kills me. Mimicking the soft, mournful cries of the squonk, he lured one into a sack. Oh.
Oh. I keep wanting to say squanch because of that guy from Rick and Morty,
Yeah.
but
That's exactly what happened to me. I just love it. So satisfied with his clever capture, he began the journey home. However, as he walked, the sack suddenly grew lighter, and the sobbing increased. Curiosity and disappointment prompted him to stop and inspect his catch. Opening the sack, he found nothing but a puddle of tears and bubbles, the squonk having dissolved itself in despair. Oh.
I have so many things I want to say. Like, immediately, my first thought is just dissolving into tears and bubble. Is it because the squonk has some, like, post-nut clarity now? And he's like, wow, that was a mistake.
No, I mean, the squonk is inherently is described as being a pretty ugly creature, but it's funny, among all the cryptids that exist in the world, people love the squonk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think if the squonk knew how much people loved him, he wouldn't cry as much.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's just like, oh, I'm so ugly. Like, and he cries and he turns into fucking soup, essentially.
Yeah.
But like, he should know that if he has a Spotify account or anywhere you get your podcast, he that haunts Grays and Omens loves the squonk.
Yes.
I love the squonk. Everybody loves the squonk. I don't know a single person that's like, the squonk is a piece of shit.
It's true. I don't know anyone who says that. And if I did, I wouldn't want to be friends with them.
Yeah, dude. If you hate the squonk, dude, you're not a fucking fan of the show, dude. You suck ass.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know about the squonk.
But now you would die
And-
for the squonk, right?
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
I stay on that squonk life.
Saying the squonk, like,
Squonk bros.
squonk bros. I just love JP Wentling going out, like, he's like, I'm gonna go find the squonk, and then his natural reaction is to go out in the woods and just go, oh. He's just like crying in the fucking forest in the middle of the night like a crazy person.
You know?
Yeah,
But
I love it. Yeah, I just think that's just, I love the squonk so goddamn much.
Da squonk.
The squonk.
Da squonk.
Continuing, as I tend to write this a lot because we tend to do back to back, but I don't have anything really written for this. It's just I'm just gonna start fucking freestyling this as we read the stories.
do
But
it. Give
okay.
it.
we've covered a lot of really fun, pretty wholesome cryptids for the most part
Yeah.
over the last couple ones, and this one is, it is not as wholesome, but it's also just really insane. So
Sure.
there is a creature called the Funeral Mountain Terrorshot, which is a bizarre and fearsome creature from the lumberjack folklore of North America in the 19th and early 20th century. It has a casket-shaped shell, which is about 6 to 8 feet in length, and a long, wobbly leg, which causes the pteroshot to sway uncertainly from one side and forward and backwards as it travels along. It just kind of like, whoa, 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 and just does that as it walks. So the strange beast was first reported by some Mormon immigrants who observed a particular procession entering the desert from a certain mountain range, afterward named the Funeral Mountains. It is said that the creature lives in the little meadows and parks in the higher portions of the range, where they gradually increase in numbers until, by a strange impulse, they are seized by a desire to emigrate. They go on a disastrous journey through the desert, walking in a single line. None will ever survive the journey as they cannot take the heat from the sun. Eventually, they fall over and die due to the intense heat and leave deep, grave-shaped holes in the sand.
Wow. So they like just displace the earth, and their mass creates this hole.
Yes.
That is. I wouldn't even know what to think of that, because I'd be like, if somebody didn't dig that and something that heavy created a hole, I'd be like, I gotta watch out for those things. That sounds like a real beast.
It's pretty strange.
Listen, I get it. I also would like to fucking die in the heat. Like, I can't. I am so heat intolerant. I go outside and I'm like,
listen, we're all
I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for fall.
We're all dogs in God's hot car, and I'm ready for fall.
Bow wow.
Wow. But yeah, I just think that's a very fun, like, it's another, obviously all these are one-off cryptids, but I think that's just a very fun, like, kind of just random story of this cryptid. It's just kind of like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And like just kind of wobbles around, and then eventually it just like perks up and it's like, I gotta go die in the desert. I
gotta die in the desert.
Walks in the desert and then just dies. I don't know.
Like that.
It's strange.
Yeah, that sounds like some like backrooms creature or something. Like that is very odd.
Someone when researching this, someone actually made an animation of that creature, of the Funeral Mountain pteroshot, and it was just a cute little animation of this little thing just kind of like swaying around. It just has a head and coffin shaped body and just kind of just sways around and then falls over.
Wow.
Pretty much it. Doesn't really do anything.
Huh?
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Everybody having fun?
Yeah.
You're
having fun.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Why did my tooth hurt when you yelled at me?
The acoustics are great.
What just happened?
Well, I remember when you had me over for the Halloween party. I know you had made that like coffin. I was like, could you like repurpose that into a costume to do that? That'd be crazy.
I would have to start bulking immediately and start like weightlifting.
Start cultivating mass.
Yeah, I think it's probably on my Instagram. You can probably go check it out. I at the Haunted on Instagram. But me and Taylor made coffins for one Halloween, and they're legitimate coffins, and they're heavy as shit. So I mean, I could probably do it. I would just be very tired. I would have to just fall over and die in the heat. So for our next creature that I have queued up, this one's a bit I don't think this one is actually necessarily a cryptid. I mean, it's described as a cryptid, but to me I think it's actually something else, and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So the rock slide bolter.
Rock slide bolter.
Taylor knows.
I feel like we talked about him.
If we did, we did. But we're talking about him again. It is a bizarre creature and fearsome critter recounted by the lumberjacks in North America during the 19th and 20th centuries. Surprisingly, once again, it is believed to live in the mountains of Colorado, but only on mountains where the slope is at an angle of 45 degrees or greater. It has an immense head, small eyes, and a small mouth, which similar to that of a sculpin. Its tail ends in a fluke like a dolphin, with enormous grab hooks. Whole parties of tours are reported to have been gulped down at once. The creature is a menace not only to tourists, but to the forest as well. Many spruce-covered slopes have been rendered wastelands as the bolters knock down trees out by the roots, or mows them down as if with a scythe. A forest ranger whose district included the rough country between the Ophir Peaks and the Lizard Head conceived the bold idea of deceiving a rock slide bolter to slide down on its own destruction. A dummy tourist was outfitted with a plain Norfolk jacket, knee breeches, and a guidebook to Colorado. The dummy was filled with powder and filament caps and posed as a conspicuous place. The next day, the false tourist attracted the attention of a bolter that had been hanging around for days on the slope of Lizard Head. The creature attacked. The resulting explosion flattened half of the buildings in Rico, which were never rebuilt. The remains of the unfortunate bolter The remains of the unfortunate bolter made many a meal for the local buzzards that summer. In the 2015 horror-inspired remake of Fearsome Creatures, the rockside bolter is depicted as an enormous land fish weighing 25,000 pounds with fins, a hooked-shaped caudal fin, and 3 razor-sharp tooth gizzards. It is vulnerable to leprosy, which I feel like is super random.
It's vulnerable to leprosy?
Yes, it's vulnerable to leprosy. In the remake, the rockslide bolter is an apex predator, and despite its destructive habits, its behavior is also used to scare away the other predators haunting Colorado, such as wolves, spider wolves, overwolves, Jesus Christ, Frenchmen, and a renegade.
It's a problem.
And a renegade hodag.
Renegade hodag,
Which I believe we talked about.
People don't talk about this enough, but Colorado has a bad problem of French.
Well, I know for a fact that there's like some town I visited on the way to Ouray that literally had this big claim where they were like, we're a hotel that had this, I don't know, what is it called? It's like a sommelier. It's like some person who like understands etiquette or something. Obviously I don't. What?
Sommelier?
Yes. My joke, a sommelier. I was like, no, I'm talking about an African from the Horn of Africa. But like, there's this hotel that's on the way to Ouray, and it's like a big deal that it had this sommelier from France who came and made everything exactly to the standard, and I was like,
Who fucking set the standard?
I don't know. I have no idea. But like they had done all this stuff for like some town that like inevitably became a ghost town because of the fact that now the only thing there of value is not the gold or the silver from the hills, but the trinkets that like nobody wants to buy.
I've heard enough. Send in the rock slide bolter. Send in the rock slide bolter.
Wipe it away.
I don't think you can just call him in
wipe
like
it.
What?
What?
Huh?
Nothing. I with the rock slide bolter, I mean, like they say, they describe it as like this giant creature. This is the one of those stories where I go in my mind's eye, just go, was it just an avalanche?
Was it? Yeah, I mean, literally that goes without asking. Like, it could happen.
Yeah. Was it just like all the rest of these? I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe.
One was a cow. Get that.
One was a cow. One was a giant shrimp. What would it be abnormal that it'd be a giant shrimp? No, the hodag, or not the hodag, the fucking the terror shot, fucking maybe the squonk. I don't know, but like the rockslide bolter. Was it just an avalanche?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to great lengths to describe basically what an avalanche is, and it's like the more details you added in there, the more I was like thinking, bullshit. I cannot think of how I could describe this. Like that sounds like a lot.
That's it. Everyone's getting rockslide bolter stickers for Christmas.
No,
I want to see one. I want to see one. I will look it up.
No, all right, you're gonna look it up. Cool.
So the next one that I have isn't really a cryptid in the traditional sense, but it's one that made me laugh. So in the Florida Gulf Coast, there was a legend that started in the 1940s of a massive, legendary hammerhead shark.
Okay.
And it would kind of just like patrol around like fishing boats. People would see it. It was just a big shark. Anyway, the locals called it Old Hitler. I just thought that was
What?
yeah.
Old Hitler.
Yeah, they called it Old Hitler.
Okay.
That's it. That's that story.
That's the story.
Yeah.
That's the story. Okay, so I have a photo here of what the rock slide bolter looks like. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So it looks like a giant, like massive whale
Yeah.
that had just been the mountain.
Yeah.
Like something that massive, I'd be like, that thing definitely is the mountain. Like I wouldn't even think this thing's causing damage. I'd be like, oh, that's rock slide bolter mountain. Like that's what I would have thought.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
For our next story, Taylor spoke of a snake that haunted a car wash, and I'm talking about a snake that haunted the forest. This is the legend of the infamous hoop snake.
Hoop snake.
This story.
Oh no!
This
Don't
story
start that.
so-
We're gonna go back and forth.
Yeah.
hoop snake.
Hoop snake.
I'm not a perfect person. All right, that's enough of that. Anyway, okay, so fucking stupid. This is most professional documentarians. According to folklore, the distinguishing feature of a hoop snake is that it can grasp its tail in its jaws, like the Ouroboros of Greek mythology, and roll after its prey like a wheel.
Oh.
In one version of the myth, the snake straightens out at the last second, skewering its victim with its venomous tail. The only escape is to hide behind a tree, which receives the deadly blow instead and promptly dies from the poison. So
What sort of snakes are we dealing with here, man? Like
Okay,
they're rolling around like
listen,
wheels and
listen.
stabbing.
Listen, here's the thing.
Okay.
Why have snakes not evolutionarily decided to start doing that? Because that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Is to just
That
fucking
makes the
start
most sense?
Yeah. That's so much faster than fucking slithering your way around. Why don't you fucking just start spinning?
it's like, oh, I forgot the milk, and they look at their tail, and they're like, oh.
And just start rolling off. That's the way a snake should start moving.
Yeah.
Get on the phone, start calling snakes.
I'm already on it. This has been a topic at our meetings for a long time.
Oh, my bad, dude. Professional documentarians. An Australian rendition of the myth describes a circular-shaped snake roughly the size of a steering wheel with a set elongated spines evenly spaced along the inner lining of its circular-shaped body. It's hypothesized that the snake has the ability to rapidly constrict, quickly reducing the circumference of its body to entrap the limb of a kangaroo, wallaby, dingo, or human.
Ooh.
The hoop snake is actually mentioned in a letter from 1784. Quote, as other serpents crawl on their bellies, so can this. But it has another method of moving peculiar to its own species, which is he always adopts. Whiskey's hitting.
What does he adopt?
Puppies, you know.
All the
Kids
things
indeed.
that he rolls and wraps up in his loving arms.
Oh, cool.
Or loving body, I guess.
Loving hoop.
Snakes don't have arms.
Loving hoop.
Which he adopts.
Loving hoop.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Yes.
Which he adopts when he is in eager pursuit of his prey. He throws himself into a circle, running rapidly around, advancing like a hoop, with his tail rising and pointed forward in the circle, by which he is always in a ready position for striking. It is observed that they only make use of this method in attacking, for when they flee from their enemy, they go upon their bellies like other serpents. From the above circumstances peculiar to themselves, they have also been derived the appellation of hoop snakes.
Hoop snakes.
How do we know that this isn't just like an extinct snake species?
I don't know. Well,
I'm asking the hard questions.
You
Yeah.
are asking the hard questions. So purported sightings are also occasionally reported throughout the existence of the hoop snake, has never actually been accepted by the scientific community. Shocking, because they don't want the truth. You don't want the truth.
When do they ever accept anything?
Naturalist Raymond Ditmars placed a $10,000 bounty at the New York Bank for the first person to provide evidence of a hoop snake. Some suggested it is as a disoriented description of a sidewinder of the American Southwest or of mud snakes, which occasionally lie in a loose hoop shape. The hoop snake possibly is an embellishment of an actual incidence of snakes swallowing their own tails, mistaking them as prey. The dwarf reed snake of Southeast Asia has been filmed cartwheeling as an escape mechanism, superficially similar to the behavior described as the hoop snake. So maybe it is.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe it did exist at one point.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's. I mean, that's not to riff on any of these cryptids so far, but this is definitely one of them that I'm like, that was probably just another animal. I mean, like the Kingstown cow, that was definitely an animal.
Yeah.
They proved that it was just a cow.
yeah.
But like this one, maybe it was just an extinct snake. I don't know.
Maybe.
I
Maybe.
mean, my only thoughts is like maybe it could be like a recurrent problem where it's like they went extinct because they were like, I can go after prey, but I love the taste of my own tail. And that's some.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Well, all I'm going to say on that one is please wipe.
Do you wipe or do you let it crust? All right. So,
Oh my God, bro.
so the next story that I have is of that of almost supernatural. I mean, they're all supernatural, but almost like spectral end level entity, and less of that of a cryptid. But it's been described as a cryptid.
Yeah. It's some.
Are you okay over there, Chad?
No.
She doesn't want to answer the question. Do you wipe or do you let it crust?
Bro, I'm putting this on the record. I wipe, but here's no.
He does.
I do have to ask this though because this is a divisive issue, and it does deal with this.
Men and like not wiping their asses.
What? No.
That is a discourse too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, no, I'm not gonna be caught on the wrong side of history on that one. No, I would be caught on the wrong side of the underwear though. But the question
Turn around.
the question I have is, do you wipe standing up or do you wipe sitting down?
That is an important question. It's standing up for me.
Okay, yes, I do too.
Taylor?
I fucking sit down, dude.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm already there. I'm already sitting down.
I think that might be. I think it might be something as simple as that because you're already sitting down and the.
Granted, you guys should be sitting down if you're taking the shit.
Well, yeah.
Sit
I was like, I do sit down. I was like, I defeated my own argument there.
I'm not shitting like a horse. I'm not standing in a pasture and just letting it free flow.
Well, no.
I sit down.
The way to do it is to do, well, and here we go. I'm going to show what I know about animals here. Hopefully, I don't fucking get this wrong. It's not koalas, but there's some other thing that's wombats. They shit out cubes. They're cube shitters.
Yeah.
Like that creature's as close as it gets to Minecraft as you can get.
You didn't have to finish his sentence. I just fucking knew. I knew about it. Y'all.
You got a deep thought. I want to hear it.
I think he's just tired of the animalism taking over all
Me
the
and
time.
Taylor have been together for almost 10 years. Nothing surprises me anymore. But the fact that you brought up an animal, you're like, yeah, and like it doesn't shit like that, and you're like, she me was like wombats.
This is what you got, man. Asking about crusting over. Here we are getting crusty. That's the way to do it.
Ooh.
I love to make you laugh.
I'd love to make you laugh.
Anyway, so this next entity is of that of a almost spectral entity, if you will, but also that of a cryptid. It's very strange. I'll let you decide. Also, I'll put a poll up on the Instagram when this episode comes out of whether or not you sit or stand when you wipe.
Oh, this is the best. I'm so for
Please
it.
go vote on that. So this is the story of the Sandown Clown.
Sandown Clown.
Sandown Clown.
That sounds familiar.
The Sandown Clown, also referred to as Sam the Clown. Sorry. This is a fucking. I can see why they shortened. The Sandown Clown, also referred to as Sam the Sandown Ghost Clown.
I like that. You know what? That's got a jingle.
I just feel like I feel like this guy either
jingle
is,
to it. I like it.
I feel like he's either a part of the Insane Clown Posse or is like one of the hardest rappers in the game with that name right there.
I don't know. It's
Listen, this is
spitting bars.
This is the one time I'm gonna say it. Don't shorten it down. I like it.
Wow.
I like that
brave
name.
take from Tay.
Yes.
So the Sam the Sandown Ghost Clown was a that's a fucking tongue. Dude, down. I shouldn't have drank before this. I should have ate something. Was a strange being encountered by two young children vacationing at Lake Common Sandown on the Isle of Wight in May of 1973. Following the sound of an ambulance siren, the children wandered across a footbridge over a stream and met a curious, unidentifiable being that has been described as, quote, a cross between a clown, a robot, and an alien.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So you get the trifecta right there.
Trifecta.
You brought up clowns and it reminded me. Does anyone remember the 2015, 2016 fucking clown
Yes.
thing that fucking happened?
Oh yeah, the
killer clowns or whatever.
Yes.
I was in Arizona and at the time, and it was blocks away there were reports, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
My favorite we're gonna get off topic before we begin getting more into this, but one of my favorite videos from that era was someone reported a killer clown standing at a forest line,
Yeah.
and a cop showed up and fucking drew down on him and was showing your hands because he had a knife in his hands, and the dude freaked out and took his mask off and he was like, I'm just trying to do pranks, and they arrested him. It's you fucking retard, dude. What are you doing?
There were actual injuries and stuff that happened during that time too, which was fucking crazy. Ever since then, not a big fan of clowns.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm sure I've told it on the podcast before. When me and Taylor's first date kind of thing was going to Spirit Halloween.
Okay.
And we walked past a bunch of masks, and there was a clown mask, and I was like, and she didn't like it at all.
I did not.
And I was like, "Oh, you're afraid of clowns?" She's like, "Yeah." So I picked it up and just followed her around with it. Here we are, almost 10 years later.
I guess one might say that she was down to clown.
Yeah. I often make the joke that she was so afraid of clowns she decided to marry one. So, and then she bought one.
I did buy one.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out.
You're not gonna like where my red nose was at. Anyway, so the creature was described as shy but a friendly being and spoke kindly to the children for almost half an hour before they returned to their parents. It seemingly vanished after the encounter and has never been seen again. Despite standing over 2 meters in height, the Sandown Clown has more or less normal human proportions, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a round head with identifiable facial features. The similarities to a normal human end there, however, as the being's head was described as being too large for its otherwise thin frame, and shaped like a nearly perfect sphere. Its skin was very white, and it had the consistency of paper, while its hands and feet possessed only 3 digits each, and its face seemed to have been crudely painted onto its surface of its head. 2 blue triangles seemingly represented its eyes, while the flat brown rectangular nose served for a nose. And its mouth had a thin yellow lips shaped like an oval, which did not move at all when it spoke or ate. Its hair hung down beneath its hat in sparse, frizzled, reddish-brown strands, and 2 wooden antennae stuck out from the sides of its head, while more wooden slat-like antennae extended from its wrist and ankles. It's a pretty fun little creature.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. It seemed to be wearing some type of clown costume, which consisted of a tall, pointed hat with a black knob or bottle at the top, and a high-colored suit of red and green, to which the hat was at first attached, but later removed by the being to show its white and apparently balding scalp. It wore dark blue gloves, but its feet were bare. The suit's trousers and sleeves were long and frilly. Whether the wooden antennae were part of the costume or part of the being's body is unknown. It
Telling me
was
he didn't have shoes on?
no, I think you see its toes. It was also carrying a microphone or a noise system, through which it spoke, and which is believed to be the source of the ambulance-like siren heard by the children. It lived in a 2-story hut or shack in a wooded area close to the lake, whose walls were papered with blue and green dial patterns, whose floors were metallic. The hut also contained rough wooden furniture, which was described as being similar to a table or set of chairs. The clown being's demeanor seemed to be shy but friendly. As I stated before, it told the children it was frightened of humans and would not defend itself if it was attacked. It claimed to drink water from
That sounds like something that someone that will defend themselves would say.
Yeah.
I want to
It's
make
gonna
that
draw
very
you
clear.
in.
He's like, listen. If
I
you-
won't defend myself.
I
but...
won't defend myself.
let me do like a little micro. I won't defend myself if you attack. But I will absolutely start to shit standing up.
Just call me a horse.
Call me a horse.
Call me a horse.
I would love to make you laugh. It claimed to drink water from the stream, quote, after cleaning it, and gathered wild berries, which it ate in very odd manners by thrusting its head forward and somehow moving the berries back and forth between its eyes, then down to its mouth. It could write in English using a pencil and paper. Upon being asked, it told the little girl its name was Sam, and that it was it was, quote, all colors.
What?
Yes, and that it was all, quote, all colors. When asked if it was human, it said it was not, and when asked if it was a ghost, it reported to have answered, quote, well, not really, but I am an odd sort of way. All the other questions, all other questions about what it might have been answered, or might be, were answered solely with, you know.
I've got to say, for me, when I'm hearing this, when was this taking place, all of this? Because I'm getting very much Pennywise and Killer Clowns from Outer Space vibes.
1973.
Okay, so I think those stories and movies might have been inspired by this.
Perhaps, I mean, like, this is one story where I go, I don't think it's necessarily a ghost.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's necessarily a cryptid.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is cryptid in a sense, but I think it almost might be some sort of extraterrestrial being.
Yeah.
Trying to manifest, and it's doing some sort of research in the area, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, what do kids like? Clowns.
Circus, yes.
Clowns. And then it turned itself into a clown through its best of its knowledge. And then it turned itself into a clown, and the kids show up, and then just like, fuck.
Exactly.
I just love the fact that it rubbed its face into berries, because I immediately, my first thought was like not like blueberries where it's like kind of softer and it's like, oh, you know, I immediately thought it was like blackberries where they're like, how do you eat, Mr. Clown? And he's like, like, scratching his face and blackberry, but it's like, that's how I eat.
Or like some sort of brush that's like super not comfortable.
Just like scratching his face and just like, I love eating berries.
I'm thinking too when it comes to this that like this creature could be eating glass and thinking, "Oh yeah, the cotton candy. That's what I saw. It's wiry." And then when it realizes, "Oh, that's not right," then it like goes and reaches for some like copper. But then again, that's just some meth head like grabbing copper from the power line.
Ah, fucking give me that shit, dude. I like to dress like a clown and live in the Isle of Wight and just fucking pretend to just eat berries, but I love chewing on copper. Give me $1.
Give me $1.
Love to make you laugh.
I love to make you laugh.
Such a dumb bit. That bit's gonna last for a couple episodes.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
It's pretty funny though.
There's been so many bits that have lasted for years on this show. Like what you saw was a bird. Like that's existed for almost the length of this entire podcast, and I love it.
Pretty sure that started in like episode 3. It was our Summer of Softwares episode.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before we continue, what do you guys think? Do you think the fucking Sam the ghost clown was, or Sam the ghost clown of Sandown ghost clown
Sam
ghost clown clown
Shut up.
Doug Dimmadome of
the sun Sandown something clown.
Sandown clown.
Sandown.
Sam the Sandown ghost clown.
Yep, there it was. I forgot the word ghost. Sam the Sandown ghost clown.
Sam the Sandown.
Do you think that Sam is that of an extraterrestrial being trying to like
probably because he's like, I know how to do that. Like, yeah, that seems about right. How do you guys eat berries?
Oh, we just gotta put them in our mouths. Like, oh, so you don't like scratch your face 1,000 times?
How
do you get them into your mouth?
I do it carefully.
I don't eat the berries. I eat the vines. They're much better.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I want to see you do that. Like, oh, well, like, I guess I can.
I'm really full right now.
Like,
I
think you're lying to me. I don't think you. I'm getting really scared. Like, all right, biting on like fucking sharp vines and shit. Anyway, so the next animal I have is that of the very kind of cute nickname of Trunco.
Trunco.
But Trunco is actually not very cute, but it's a cute nickname.
Oh.
It was reportedly sighted in Margaret, South Africa on October 25th, 1924, according to an article entitled Fish Like a Polar Bear.
What?
Yep. Published in December 27, 1924, edition by the London Daily Mail. The animal was reputedly first seen off the coast battling 2 killer whales, which fought the unusual creature for 3 hours. It used its tail to attack the whales and reportedly lifted itself out of the water by about 20 feet. The creature reportedly washed up on the Margaret Beach, but despite being there for 10 days, no scientists ever investigated the carcass while it was beach, so no reputable description has ever been published. And until September 2010, it was assumed that no photographs have ever been published. Some people who have never been identified were reported to have described the animal as possessing snowy white fur, an elephantine trunk, a lobster-like tail, and a carcass devoid of blood. While it was beached, the animal was measured by beachgoers and turned out to be 47 feet in length, that's 14 meters, 10 feet wide, that's 3 meters wide, and 5 feet, about 1.5 meters high, with the trunk length being about 5 feet, 1.5 meters. I'm just going to keep doing this for all the UK listeners, because we do have UK listeners, and we love you. The trunk's diameter was about 14 inches, 36 centimeters, and the tail was about 10 feet, 3 meters, and the fur being about 8 inches was about 20 centimeters long. So it was a very fucking weird creature.
Yeah.
So you said it was how many feet long?
47 feet in length.
It's almost half the size of a blue whale.
Half the size. But blue whales aren't necessarily known for their elephant-like trunks.
No. I'm just saying, like, it's half the size of the largest animal on Earth.
I've never seen a blue whale in person, but
They're 100 feet long.
That's pretty cool.
They're,
Well, they get up to 100 feet.
So if you're thinking about getting your kids a blue whale for Christmas, don't.
you got to get a real big pool.
Really, really big pool.
Well,
Try the ocean.
He also got to think about they get as heavy as 30 elephants. So
Whoa.
Americans will measure anything except for like the metric system.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
So the trunk was said to be attached directly to the animal's torso, as no head was visible on the carcass. For this feature, the animal was dubbed Trunko by British cryptozoologist Carl Shuker in his 1996 book, The Unexplained. In the March 27, 1925 edition of the Charleroi Mail in Charleroi, Pennsylvania, an article entitled "Whale Slain by Hairy Monster." Nice. Reported that whales were killed by a strange creature which washed up on a beach exhausted and fell unconscious, but made its way back to the ocean and swam away after 10 days, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again.
The fact that it has long fur despite being completely marine, and the fact that no blood could be seen despite its struggle with the killer whale, leads to the theory that Trunko was not a creature that exists as a species, but rather a carcass of some unknown organism that looked strange during its decomposition process. I don't think that's true. I think Trunko's real, and he's real in my heart.
Yeah, and I gotta say, the number of photos I'm seeing here just depicts him as like this kind of lovable guy. Like,
Yeah.
he looks real cute.
Yeah, I was looking up stuff too because why not?
He's described as kind of like a horrifying being, but all the drawings of him are kind of cute.
Yeah.
But also, like, okay, so I don't know if you looked on Cryptid Wiki or not, but like, there's an elephant like sea monster from 1610 that looks real similar.
Yeah.
So like, sorry, my brightness is like all the way down. It's either super high or nothing at all.
Nice.
But that kind of looks exactly like.
It does, and I'll put that photo on Instagram. Go check it out.
You'll find it.
You'll find it. So, for our next story of our next cryptid that we have on the Lesser Cryptids 2 Electric Boogaloo,
Okay.
is something that I kind of hold near and dear to my heart because right now I'm doing a playthrough of Hogwarts Legacy,
Ooh.
which it's very, very fun. And in Hogwarts Legacy, there's a creature known as the Griffin,
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
which is known amongst folklore in the UK. But in 1985, one of the strangest tales to grip London was allegedly sightings of a legendary Brentford Griffin. Brentford is a district in West London where one can find many references to the Griffin. The Griffin Brewery, with its Griffin trademark, is located in Chiswick. The Brentwood Football Club plays at Griffin Park, and its coat of arms for Brentwood and Chiswick consists of two griffins holding a shield. So the Griffin connection, however, is a vague one. Only the brewery has any link predating to the 20th century. To find earlier references, one has to delve into local folklore. King Charles II gave his mistress Nell Gwyn, a resident of Brentford, a griffin as a gift. One day, the unfortunate creature fell into the River Brent and was swept away into the Thames. The griffin, assumed drowned, was actually found alive on the banks of Brentford Eyot, where it continued to live undisturbed. Many years later, Joseph Banks, a scientist who had accompanied Captain Cook on his Pacific voyages, brought back a griffin from an exotic land. The griffin later escaped and met up with the griffin in Brentford Eyot. Soon after, a whole colony of griffins were alleged to live there. Then, the griffins disappeared into history.
Is a colony of griffins called a griffi?
A griffi?
Yeah.
I mean,
Instead of griffins?
oh, okay. I mean, I have no idea. I think that makes sense. If not that, I would say a group of griffins maybe is a Gryffindor.
Boo.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Listen, I'm just saying griffi makes the most sense.
Okay.
Makes a lot more sense than meese.
I don't know how to restart this. Can we just redo the episode? So anyway, there's some sightings in the 1980s. So in the mid-1984, Kevin Chippendale, while walking along Braemar Road, spotted a creature flying near the roof of the Green Dragon apartment building. Quote, he described it as it resembled a dog with wings, having a long muzzle, beak, and 4 legs that looked like paws. He saw the thing again in February 1985 on the same street and realized it resembled a griffin painted on the street, on the sign over the Griffin pub. Quote, Mr. Chippendale then described his sightings to his colleagues, one of whom, Angela Kehoe, said that she had seen from a bus a big, black, bird-like creature perched on top of a gasometer next to the Waterman's Art Center. The other passengers also saw the creature. Chippendale's and Kehoe's sightings sparked interest in the media, and enthusiastic reporter Danny Baker was sent hotfoot down to Brentford to investigate these amazing claims. These are this is the most British, writing of this. The creature was described as looking like, quote, a dog with wings, wrote an academic who visited Brentford during the sightings. Quote, I would like to do this in a southern accent because I just think we're going to mix it up. I visited Brentford on 10 occasions. As a folklorist and 14 researcher, I just had to be there soaking up the atmosphere and chat with the locals. Some people I spoke to with previous sightings over the years, nearly all believe the griffin once existed. So Racken, the author of a number of fiction novels based upon events and happenings in the Brentford area, in the spring of 1985, Robert attached himself to the Brentford Griffin and its attendant publicity. In an interview years later, he said, quote, I did not think for a moment there was a griffin in the Isle of Brentford, but I thought that it was a fine idea and did my best to help it along. So whether or not there was actually a griffin sighted in this area remains to be seen, but people certainly saw some sort of dog-like creature with wings flying around this area.
I do have one question about Mr. Chippendale.
Mm-hmm.
Did he happen to start a touring dance troupe with stripteasing?
Yeah, I was wondering what his attire was or lack thereof.
As his lawyer, I cannot confirm nor deny the allegations.
Just asking.
Basically, was the dude fucking cut? Like,
maybe.
Was he the namesake?
Pull him to show off his abs. He's like, yeah, I saw a griffin over there. Fucking sick. Like, okay.
Great.
That's it. Cool. You should start dancing.
quit talking. Take off your clothes.
Stop talking about cryptids. You're ruining this day, but take off your clothes. It's like, I can't, man. Sorry. The next creature that I have, the second to last in our haunt here, is that of the underwater abominable snowman.
How did he not melt?
Oh, this creature.
The abominable snowman. It's important to me that you know this. The abominable snowman is not made out of snow.
Abominable snowman is that of a yeti.
Oh, yes. Yeah. No.
He's got fur.
Don't try to backpedal now.
No.
It's important to me that you know this. Please know this.
I got hung up. In all honesty, I got hung up on the word snow. On snow. I was tripping on the snow, and I was like, well, I wonder what season he comes out, because right now he'd be nothing but a puddle like the squonk. Yes.
Squonk, yeah.
Squonk, yes.
The squonk.
The squonk.
So the underwater abominable snowman, or underwater ABSM for short, if you will.
I will.
Thank you. That's another dumb bit. It's so stupid. The underwater ABSM is a sea serpent reported from the Bahamas. It was sighted and named by diver Bruce Monnier in 1986, whose account was first published in Charles Benson Wood's 1977 book, Without a Trace. Quote, we were south of Great Isaac Light, near the drop-off. I was looking at the bottom while I was being trolled along on a line behind a 30-foot boat built especially for diving and salvage work. I could see the sandy bottom at 35 to 40 feet. I was deep enough to see ahead of the boat, and some sort of round turtle or big fish, around 200 pounds, became visible, and I went lower to get a good look. It turned and looked at me at a 20-degree angle. It had a monkey's face, with its head protruding out the front, a much longer neck of that of a turtle, 4 or more times the length of a human neck. It rotated its neck like a snake as it watched me. Its eyes were like those of a human being, but enlarged. It looked like the face of a monkey, specifically adapted eyes for underwater vision. When I got a good look, oh Jesus Christ! When it got a good look at me, it took off, using some sort of propulsion that came from underneath. I've caught and sold hundreds of turtles, and this is definitely not one.
Sir, I think that's illegal.
I think that some unidentified species, and it may be a newly developed one or a very old one that we have never seen. And as for the turtle thing, probably.
Yeah.
This man is admitting. I guess it depends on what kind of turtle, but if it's like a sea turtle, those are not legal. Like, you don't touch those.
You're like, let's run it back there, because yeah, you're over here poaching big time, homie. Like, what's going on?
We need to have a chat here.
Yes.
Like that's what I'm concerned about.
Yes.
Not the underwater abominable snowman. No.
Hey, kid, you want to buy a turtle?
I'm concerned that this man is poaching sea turtles.
I like turtles.
I like turtle. You know, kid from Portland.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Literally just about.
It's
He's
crazy.
from Portland. Yeah.
But the most
I
famous.
like how it died after that.
my most favorite internet legend from Portland is that of Frankie McDonald. He's not necessarily from Portland, but he comes to Portland a lot.
What's the story?
I think
on
of
that?
I'll show you some clips.
Okay.
Yeah, Frankie McDonald's great.
I accidentally just closed the
Oh my
program.
God.
Don't mind me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So back on the turtle topic. One time we're talking about turtles. The one time my mom was swimming in Hawaii and like this turtle, because like you can't touch them, but they can come up and they can just be like,
Yeah.
touch you. And this turtle kept like getting super close and like trying to like touch her as she's like scuba diving. And she was so fucking freaked out because she's like, what if I get fined right now? Meanwhile, this turtle's like, touch.
Come on over here. You're in my waters now.
Hey, you're mine.
I'm just like thinking about it. It's like I've never even really encountered a tortoise or a turtle.
I used to own a turtle. I've had 2 turtles in my lifetime. I had 1 box turtle and then I had a red-eared slider.
Like, because I know
Going to
they
jail, buddy.
The red-eared slider is actually illegal. I don't have it anymore. We're good.
cleared it up.
I'm good.
How long did you hold on to them for? Because I know they can like live for a very, very long time.
So the box turtle actually came from my great-granddad. He is not as crazy it seems. He actually, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna put those words back in my mouth. So he
No poaching of turtles.
Anyway.
well, okay, he's dead. It don't matter. My great-granddad's dead. He ain't been around. So he
Talk about cryptids.
Yeah, no grandfather's clauses here.
yeah, we're good. So he was driving to Missouri and he picked up these 3 box turtles.
Okay.
Large one, small one, and a little medium-sized one.
Yep.
And because in Missouri they're like speed bumps. They're just
Yep.
gone. So he picked those 3 up. He drove them back here. The large one and the small one didn't make it, but the medium-sized one, he was hanging around. And then
Goldilocks.
yeah, literally. And then after he passed, he wrote it in the his will that I got the turtle.
Oh.
I was like, I'm 5 years old.
Yeah, that'd be a very high honor. I'd be
I was like,
very
you giving me the turtle?
yeah.
And the dog? Like, he was like, the dog and the turtle go to the Grand.
You want to buy a big hoot?
Big hoot.
So I had a box turtle for a little bit.
For our final cryptid, lesser known cryptids too, Electric Boogaloo, I have a story from the yesteryears in Canada, from the same article that hosts such articles such as Cocktails for Crabs. That's real. Allow me to regale you with the story of the dildo monster of Dildo Pond.
What?
What? No, dog. You are playing
You're
with me.
kidding.
The real dildozer. Like, what is going on?
Dildozer.
It's a Komatsu 8550 covered in dildos. It's the
You know
dildozer.
what? The cops ain't gonna want to judge it.
Like, ew. Anyway, this comes directly from the newspaper, and I mean that in the most literal sense. It's from the newspaper, so if I have a hard time reading this, you know why. So, when Newfoundlander meets British Columbian, the representative from Canada's newest province is inclined to point out fraternally that the two provinces have much in common. But he often adds, quote, "Our sea monster is bigger and more authenticated than your two monsters. Ogopogo and Canaboros have a new Canadian rival, the monster of Dildo Pond, whose existence I knew that was going to happen. Say Newfoundlanders, there isn't the slightest doubt. Dildo Pond is a freshwater lakelet a quarter of a mile inland from Dildo Harbor."
Oh my god, bro! Like this has to be an ad for like Brazzers or something.
It gets worse. Believe me, there's some creature. I was like, when I read through it, I was like, this is great. It's in quarter mile from inland from Dildo Harbor, which is near the head of Trinity Bay, across the Avalon Peninsula from the St. John's. On the west bank of the 6 mile long bank is 6 mile long. Jesus Christ, 6 mile long pond is Blaketown, a settlement of some 60 homes huddled around 4 sawmills. Of Blaketown's between 200 and 300 inhabitants, 15 of them adults of Jesus Christ, it's really hard to read because it's super blurry. Adults of unquestioned integrity have declared that they are willing to go before a magistrate and swear an affidavit that they have seen the monster.
They're putting it on the line for the dildo.
Dildosus, as he could be called, takes regular bows, and Blaketowners are now saying that they don't like the gleam in his watery eyes, even if the reptilian friend does have a certain attraction for tourists. Surprisingly, most of the descriptions of the creature are very similar. Most quoted authority is Norman Maier, a sane and sober 41-year-old sawmill owner, which I think is very fun to mention, that he is sane and sober, who has seen the monster several times.
He had to get ahead of the accusations.
Yes,
he did.
It reminds me of our almost every UFO episode we've ever covered, especially during Project Blue Book, where they were like, were they sober when they saw that? He was standing outside his pond-side mill one day when suddenly I heard the water swirling and splashing, and there was a monster approaching the bank. He shouted for his brother and 2 workmen to join him. And so Mr. Mercer can produce witnesses to the incident. Continuing the story, quote, "The monster paid no attention to us, and it came within a few feet of our log before turning and swimming away. As it turned, it lashed the water, lashed the water into a boiling foam, and 10-foot logs a foot in diameter were tossed on end and thrown around like matchsticks."
Whoa.
Mr. Mercer, and others who had seen it described the monster as being around 50 feet in length, with that of a head around 3 feet long, shaped like that of an eel with bulging frog-like eyes, about the size of a water glass. You guys know what water glass are? Yeah, okay. All right, just want to make sure. All right. The 5 foot neck is slimmer than the body, which is described as, quote, about the size of a rum cask. That's a big fucking
Yeah.
big thing. The tail is shaped like a tailpiece of an airplane, and it seems to swim with this impalement. Sorry, Jesus Christ, it's so fucking blurry. I'm zoomed in. You see how blurry it is?
Yeah, the amount of times I've had something where I'm like,
Yeah. So it swims with its head out of the water and moving steadily at a great rate of speed without the indocilations of a water snake. The monster makes an excellent boogeyman in description. Blaketown children are forbidden to play near the pond or go outdoors at night. Most of them don't seem they want to. Youngsters are the only victims. At one time, the pond was teemed with salmon and trout. These have almost disappeared since the creature made its first appearance around 60 years ago. The first reports of Dildo Pond's inhabitant, that's ridiculous, came from a Norwegian man named Nelson, who set upon an experimental fish hatchery, as well as kept ducks on one of the pond's 2 islands. The monster appeared to him one eerie dawn. His ducks departed, and so did Nielsen. For the next half a century, the monster appeared at intervals of several years, mostly to fishermen and hunters, always when they were alone. So the phenomenon was attributed to more of the potency of Newfoundland rum rather than fact. About 5 years ago, it had became more publicity conscious and took upon a regular beat of a few yards offshore in front of Blaketown, and the villagers' vow began regarding them with a hungry look in their eyes. They are convinced that having eaten all the fish in the pond, it is ruminating on the digestibility of chubby little Newfoundlanders.
So it's getting fat on all the fine cuts of people out
all
there.
the fat kids swim in the water.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
basically what it said. They speculate as to whether or not it will in time find out how to wiggle on land and set out on a food foraging foray. They speculate too, as inconceivable as to how the monster came to Dildo Pond. Scientists who have come to listen to the tales and hopes for personal appearance, as apparently appears only to natives of Blaketown, suggest that it only came up. Suggests that it came up one of the shallow brooks connecting the pond with the saltwater Trinity Bay, when it was a little wiggler. That's
a little,
stuffed itself onto so many fat dildo salmon
Good God.
that it couldn't get back down to the sea. Yes, there's dildo salmon in Dildo Pond.
Bro, I'm just, I have a wild mind. I'm thinking, because I saw this one toy that looked like it was like a dragon appendage, and it could put eggs that would burst, and supposedly people really like that. I mean, I'm not trying to kink shame here.
And
but
you didn't bring it to the show?
I did not bring it to the show. I didn't want it. I didn't want to bring it. I keep it at home. I keep it at home. But I'm like thinking they've got all sorts of different shaped things. You probably could do like one that's like shaped like a fish, and it has like certain, you know what? I'm just going to say, you guys make it. There's going to be people who will buy it. I promise you that.
It's true. There are people who will buy it.
You said you kept it at home. I just imagine like looking over your shelves. There's like awards, and you're like, "Hey, here's my like DD214. Here's my fucking my dildo monster.
My dragon dick. My dragon dick egg spawner. That's a real thing. I promise you, it is real.
Here's my Lego Millennium Falcon that I made. Isn't that cool? You're like, wait, what's that last one? You're like, nah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway,
I saw you changing tabs for a second, and I thought you were going to Google, and I was like,
no, my gut actually backspace. So the people of the town, however, believe that Nielsen was the Frankenstein in the case. One of the Norwegians' hobbies, they say, their parents told them was experimenting with the crossing of various types of fish and eggs and spawn. In this case, he produced more than he bargained for, but he didn't have the courage to claim his monster. Now, 60 years later, the inhabitants of Blaketown are wondering if, having failed to destroy its creator, it intends to start on them. And that is the story of the dildo monster of Dildo Pond feeding upon its dildo salmon. And that is Lesser Cryptids Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, you silly goobers.
that was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought that was very fun.
Yes.
I agree. It was certainly interesting.
Your guys' I actually told you about this the other night, but you were like half asleep, and I was like, I finished like found stuff for the episode. It's like, yeah, you know, the Dildo monster of Dildo Pond, and you're like, what? And then you went back to sleep, and then your reaction today is even funnier. Everybody's reaction was my reaction was like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think I woke up because you went to bed,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, oh, cool. Flunk.
Yeah. So out of all the cryptids that we have covered,
Squonk.
the squonk. Okay. I was gonna ask, what is everybody's favorite? Ted is the squonk.
Yes, I like the squonk.
I love the squonk. Well, I mean, the squonk should obviously be our top favorite overall. But what's your second favorite cryptid out of anything other than the squonk?
Slide Rock.
Yeah, I was about
Rock.
to say that because I was like, oh yeah, that's Slide Rock Mountain.
Yeah, mine's the dildo monster of Dildo Pond. Mainly because it's just a fucking another weird aquatic creature that exists out there. You know.
Well, to be fair, we don't know enough about the fucking
the waters.
The great waters.
The abominable snowman.
Yeah, I was just about to say
aquatic abominable snowman is a very unique one that just might exist. We don't really know.
We do not know.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit in the ocean.
I don't know if you guys saw. Are any of you guys on OMSI's mail list? Because I am.
No.
Nope. I've
Y'all
never
should
even
be.
been. I've never even been.
Never been to OMSI?
We're going to OMSI.
Yeah,
The reason I bring it up is their next big exhibit is like Deep Abyss.
Ooh.
Like it's all like deep sea shit, and I'm like, it's kind of scary, but I kind of want to go. We can all go.
The HGO fam goes to OMSI. That'd be
Yeah.
very funny.
I feel like if we just had an episode of you guys taking me to places in Portland that I've never been, it would be entertaining. Because
would be
there's
entertaining.
a lot that I have not seen.
Maybe we'll finally
We take
launch.
Bill to the Shanghai tunnels.
Maybe we'll launch.
God, I didn't even be hip for that one. God.
My apologies. Maybe we'll do an episode of Beyond the Omens. Finally, do an episode of Beyond the Omens. It's something I've talked about time and time again that I want to go do, and we just gotta go do it.
Yeah, we'll just,
I have an intro. It's already done.
why don't we just take him to like Shanghai tunnels too?
That'd be cool. You been to Shanghai tunnels?
I have not.
Oh, we're gonna
I figured that was gonna be.
Take you to the tunnels.
We're going to take you to the tunnels.
See if you if you wipe when you stand up, if you sit down, if you wipe your little crust, and I'll love to make you laugh.
I don't know. We could take you on the submarine that OMSI has.
Oh, the Ridgeback, the Blueback.
Yeah, the blueback.
Yeah, I've seen it all the time in the
Yeah, we'll
water,
take you.
but yes, I would love to check that out. Maybe I can find that shrimp in there.
You like look,
Shrimpy!
you look out the window, big ass shrimp.
Now,
going
Taylor,
by.
I don't know if you know this, but I don't think submarines have windows.
Let me
I don't know, maybe.
I don't think submarines have windows.
I know
He's gonna make a window.
he will make a window, and I know that a yellow submarine has a window, but
He's right.
that's amongst the Beatles.
Not a real submarine.
Could be. You don't know.
Not a Los Angeles class. Sorry, crashed out a little bit there.
Have you ever been to Universal?
Have I been to Universal Studios? Yes, I've been to the one in California and the one in Florida.
Perfect.
I was gonna say we could take him to Universal too.
We're gonna go to Magic Mountain.
Are you guys just adopting me now? Like, am I the luckiest kid in the land?
You're a goddamn host of this show, so yes. We tried to take Marty everywhere, but we couldn't because he had to constantly wear his CPAP, and we just not a lot of places are ADA accessible.
I was like, I totally talked about how I have a sleep apnea, so
I think that's just like part of the third host of the podcast. You have to have sleep apnea.
I think so.
Yeah, I probably have sleep apnea.
I don't think I do.
I think I definitely.
I don't think I do. I think I just.
I'm sure it's fine. I've gone this
I'm who
far
I am.
without it.
You should probably get it checked out.
Yeah,
but-
fuck that. Anyway, everybody have fun?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's good. I had fun. I thought that was very fun. The Dildo Monster Dildo Pond is a perfect way to end that. And if you had fun, rate it 5 stars, listening app, like, share, subscribe, do the business. You know what to do. If you want to follow us on Instagram, you can, HGOPodcast. You can send us your hate mail at HGOPodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Threads, TikTok. We're on there. Let's see. Yeah, you can follow me directly on Instagram and TikTok at @IHuntTheHaunted. I should be posting some music stuff eventually, so go check that out. And I'll probably do some streams, but I'm thinking about just doing it under the blanket that is the HGO Studios fam, and be on the lookout for some spooky gaming videos we'll do on that. But I'll pass off to.
You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Lunar Thrill. That's all I got. I don't do nothing else. I don't do X. I don't do really anything. You can also follow our dog at Spirit the Turf.
Spirit the Turf.
Dead asleep. She's here, kind of. I also sometimes occasionally stream, so you can follow me on Twitch too at Lunar Thrill. Otherwise, that's all I got. That's all she wrote. Bill, it's your turn.
Yes, I'm Mr. Bill. I am on TikTok and Snapchat at Thrill of Bill. Very thrilling stuff, and I'm trying to be more and more consistent, so I regularly post, and I will use any of the feedback you give me to incorporate, because I love to take ideas and give them new life. I like to make people laugh.
Love to make you laugh.
See, I can't do the voice.
I
but...
would love to make you laugh. Love to make you laugh.
I think about Men's Warehouse.
Yeah.
You're gonna love the way you look.
Like, I just imagine like Fallout level ghoul, like that voice, but just in a rundown suit store. Like,
You're gonna love the way you look. I'm gonna make you laugh.
Can you afford that smooth skin?
Smooth skin. You're gonna love the way you look.
remember to stay spooky
Stay haunted.
and be sure to pick up your Dildo Pond Monster merch at weirdsection.com/HGOPodcast/ you're kind of freaky with it. Love to make you laugh. All right, bye.
Okay, bye.